don't know, but I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the New York Jets.
After 5 seasons playing in Carson, the Chargers have a new home, and it's the beautiful new SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember?
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Valentine to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, on the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the completion, Frank Gore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might have locked it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So here come the Chargers with a long field ahead of them.
Leading him out, the number 6 overall pick back in April from Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
So this is what
they'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, touchdown, LA. Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And that carry of 98 yards is now tied for the second longest in NFL history.
Ahman Green did it, I believe, in 2003 when he was playing for Green Bay.
Against the Broncos, I think.
And just face it, no matter who was running the ball, for that distance, give them some oxygen as well as the touchdown. What a play.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
And our focus now shifts to Frank Gore. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages is defense travels.
Here's Frank Gore, the veteran who sits third all-time in rush yards. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
The numbers for Gore on the ground last week. 16 carries, 126 yards, and a trip to the end zone as well.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game, so expect.
And nothing but daylight. So close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Jamison Crowder.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 66 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, they go with a tight end carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right.
Adam Vinatieri.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Adam Vinatieri.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level.
And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 37.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Manti Te'o marches in to sack him. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Going deep here for Allen. And now it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now Bullock to add the extra point. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Ballantyne to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
The Jets ready to get going again here on offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
On the tackle.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's at least a couple of times that they've tried to stretch the field here in this first quarter. They haven't been successful yet, but obviously they're going to keep trying, and maybe they'll find some seams underneath as this game progresses.
He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, New York.
On first down, Gore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Taken down at the
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Airing one out for Crowder. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. They'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet. But I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
7.
Herbert on first down now. Looking for Allen. inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, he'll feel like they can't stop him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I enjoy watching Keenan Allen play. Such passion, such drive, such physicality. 104 receptions last year, 1,199 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's made 3 straight Pro Bowl appearances, in addition to 3 straight seasons, over 1,100 yards receiving. I don't know how you rate him, but defensive players, they rate him awfully high.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert, and this is complete. It's Allen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with their 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Really good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7.
Jets 7.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Jets take over 1st and 10.
The New York set to take the field. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little...
They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket. And when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fast.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 7 catches, 107 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. It's complete. Henry. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that...
Herbert has it knocked free.
But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
These two teams all tied after one. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? And And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, but now it'll be third down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
If you're a fan of offensive football, this game has suited you well. Both offenses continuing to move the ball with relative ease.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of defensive football, you're not having so much fun watching this one. And these coordinators, they're going to be scrambling to figure out a way to counter so far. It may just come down to which one of these defenses can make one stop that could change the course of this game.
They need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. This is Stills on the jet sweep. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's Herbert now on second down. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the screen, this is Eckler.
Herbert's pass.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone, but sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him on it.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for them. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Valentine to return.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
New York ready to go again offensively.
And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Gore. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Gore, the Jet.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just give up the score.
That one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
We have so many different terms for 3rd down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the 1st down.
Joey Bosa in on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
From tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being...
That's caught inside the 20.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 53 yards.
That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They run. It's Gore. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that detracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. This pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 3 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw.
Adam Vinatieri.
Vinatieri now for the point after. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at at their own 20.
LA set to take over again on offense. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He's going to look for Allen with a deep ball. And that will be incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Herbert. And this completes a Henry over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down, and Herbert
back to the air. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they will take a 7-point lead. Kick this one away, and off it goes. Ballantyne to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Jets take over 1st and 10.
And Frank Gore and company trotting back out there as they get set to go again on offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you're trying to get the ball to.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
For 81.
That one goes for 24 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Intended for Brashad.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
That is going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 16. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Kenneth Murray on the coverage.
Chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Vinatieri's kick is good, and that'll bring them back within 4.
Chargers 35, Jets 31.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started out in Denver. And late in the first half, it's the Broncos who are out on top. Melvin Gordon with a touchdown run. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. 23-3 was the final score. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And that game all tied up with the visiting Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll give it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On return, the Chargers take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Herbert wide open. It's out complete. And they got it right across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Jets' 39-yard
from the gun. Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
Herbert's pass.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
4th down.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run here with Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup.
Now this is the third-year man from Northwestern, Justin Jackson.
That's good.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now it's Jackson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And it's caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Pulling good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
31.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Valentine to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return, the Jets take over first and 10. At their own.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins.
He's tackled.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
On the play.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and knock it free. They need to get some takeaways.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers.
Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. They'll try and run it with Gore. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Chargers.
So they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a two-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
There's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. Joe Reed returning. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 26.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Allen's got it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They'll find Williams on the slant. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
When I watched Mike Williams play receiver at Clemson, one of the things I was drawn to is toughness. This is a guy who took some big-time hits out in the field as the #1 receiver and kept finding ways to make plays, and finally it's paid off for him because in 2019 had his first 1,000-yard season in the NFL and averaged over 20 yards per catch.
Austin Eckler.
Yeah, he just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And a fumble.
Hunter Henry.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
3 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Herbert.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Bullett's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8.
Chargers 45. Jets 37.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st down, Jets.
On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out In this case,
and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Jets are within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up.
so whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Now Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. He'll try and run it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can do it. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
At the 39-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And Stills over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
At the 48-yard line.
This is Stills on the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up
to throw on second down. Herbert across the formation. He's got a man. That's Allen. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. This is Stills on the jet sweep. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
1 yard.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The play fake to Eckler. It's Herbert. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Herbert.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
3rd and long. It's Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it?
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. Pushing his way through. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Frank Gore, the Jet ball.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
5 yards to go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards to gain there on the catch and run.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down. And that is incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. A big spot for the rookie Herbert. Caught left side, Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
2nd and 2 at the 33.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
For the Chargers. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it.
And that's caught inside the 30. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
When Hunter Henry entered the league, people were really looking for him to establish himself as one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Ability to run and catch and make plays in open space. But the biggest obstacle he's had is just staying on the field. Ended up missing all of 2018 due to injury. When he's right, he is one of the better tight ends and better targets in the AFC West.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Number 30. Awesome.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Jordan Jenkins on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Herbert.
And 5. At the 9.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st. From the shotgun, here's Herbert to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Out of the gun, Herbert. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
To Hunter Henry.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 2. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Ballantyne to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
And New York set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth. Regain the lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to rifle one deep left. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
A 51-yard gain.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? A few other factors they have to look at to try and help out.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
The ball carrier.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It's Eckler again. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Ball carrier.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. So offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Once more, here's Eckler, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
31-yard attempt.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game.
Chargers 55, Jets 48.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field.
To throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Jets.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Chargers, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long.